It's week 2 of the 2041 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Armadillos and the Desperados, coming up next.
It is time for football, as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Here we are, week 2 of the season. Greg, everybody has that hope. Let's get off to a good start. Well, these teams lost the opener. Now, a bit of pressure here in week 2.
Yeah, it really comes down to, Mike, it's a super simple concept. You just want to feel the sensation of winning. Just get your first win. Of course, they would have loved to start out week 1 in the win column. But now here you are, 2 winless teams, and it is just as simple as we want to walk in the building on Monday and check that win total off. And
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
he's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Armadillos offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw, and it brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Desperados offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 11 yards on the connection there. And that will be a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Armadillos offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Moving the tight end right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play. And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Desperados offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That is into the hands of the rookie from Oklahoma. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, a gain there of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This will be a 48-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. So a field goal apiece here in that 1st quarter. 3-all is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Armadillos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra up.
Now a loose football. It is picked up by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And we talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now, faking the give. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. 3rd down and 9. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screen play. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw again. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
It looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Armadillos will take a 6-3 lead. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Desperados offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Armadillos offense and their running back set to go once more. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. He'll drop to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds onto that ball for 1 count longer, and most likely was going to result in a sack. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Armadillos. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Desperados offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're in a 10-point hold, 13-3, as this drive starts with first down. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I will be right back after this. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Desperados are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's a 3rd and 10. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. This one caught at the 4. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's to the 35. Look at him go! Inside the 10. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 96 yards. It's a touchdown. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Whoa. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. And that will be a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a toss play, running left, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
On the return, here comes Blackshear. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. 13 yards on the catch there. That's enough for a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. He'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 5. They'll run it on the inside handoff. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. On fourth down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Armadillos add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
He'll look to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Tight end motioning left. Now they'll set up to throw. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's to the sideline and intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Armadillos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. 3rd down. 3 to go. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And they bring him down at the 23, but that will do just fine. Move the chains. 1st down picked up.
It's a gain of 6. And an Albuquerque 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. That's quickly out to Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Armadillos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Armadillos. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to act. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Armadillos 30, Desperados 9.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Going up top. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.